Hi, guys. Hi, so nice to see you again. Yeah, I've done a bit of inner work last week. Anyway, we've got at the moment we've got a lot of Cobra energy going on, so that always gets to me a little bit, meaning in a way that like I go within, and also it's been very emotional time lately with all the Black Lives Matter movement. I've had a lot of conversations with friends who are black and people of color in general, and it's been very deep, very enlightening, very emotional. And those of you who don't know, my name is Tilsa Schaefer. I've got 3 children. I'm a single mom, and my children are half black. So for me, that's a very personal matter as well, therefore, So we've been talking about it. I've been talking to my stepdaughter as well, who is completely black. And so it's like having all these different perspectives, like an African living in Germany and my own children who are obviously, very close to the way I think, or like we know how we feel and think and that of each other, and like people in America and Canada and South America and all that. So that's been quite broad, and it's been very enriching, very very deep and very intense, but very good, very positive. But I've been I've been crying a lot as well. Obviously, and that's not a subject that you can smile about when you go into the nitty gritty of things. And I won't even go deeper into that now here, but so I needed time to process that as well. And yesterday also, my book Izzy came out, which is the first book of the MILF Diaries series. So you can get that on all major bookstores like Amazon and so on as ebook. There will be a print version as well, but that'll take a bit longer. So anyway, I'm here to do the weekly guidance, and as usual, I draw 3 cards, and we'll see what, they're going to form a story and a guidance to see what we're going to do this week, what kind of energies are at play, what kind of themes and topics, we have to look out for, and, come across that kind of thing. So let's start. Okay. 1. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that is something that is quite different to what we usually have. So the first one is the Lord take charge with authority. Okay. There you go. So from a personal perspective, I can say that is, of course, everything that's been going on has also played on insecurities. I think on everybody's insecurities. There's been shame and guilt. There's been a feeling of, like for speaking as a white person here, for example, feeling like it's not my place to open my mouth, really. But then I've been asked to open my mouth and say my thing as well by my, black friends, so and colored friends. So that's been a very positive experience for me, and it's also helped me to, get over the insecurity and go like, okay, I have something to say, and it's important. As my daughter, she's not quite 13 yet, just told me earlier as well. She said, how would they know what you think if you don't tell them? So, she said it's important that everybody can speak, because otherwise you can never come together. basically. And I mean, she's like a little Buddha. It's incredible, this girl. And I thought, yes, so whatever you do, there will be things, lots of topics coming up, lots of challenges. It might be different for each one of you. But the overriding thing is when you feel insecure about it and you feel like you're not equipped for that, or you're not the right person to do something or to say something. It's like, go within and say, you wouldn't be in this position right now to be asked to open your mouth, either by circumstance or by somebody else, if that wasn't meant to be. So yes, take that responsibility seriously, but also embrace it. And taking charge with authority means it's not like you're being a tyrant and just ordering people around or something, but it means that you are secure in yourself and you lead and guide others in a way that is best for all concerned, for the whole group, community, or whatever this is about, or your colleagues or whatever, might be at work as well. So it's like, being insecure about something is one thing, but don't let that stop you from taking charge, because you're meant to do that right now. You will be in that position to take on that authority because you're the right person to do that in that moment, in that circumstance. Okay, so trust that there's a reason behind it, a good reason, and go forth and draw confidence from that and move forward responsibly, but with determination and with self-assurance. Okay, so that is the first card. The second one is Oracle. Wait for important information. Okay, so here, that is the second one. It seems to be like a bit of a contradiction in terms, isn't it? One says take charge, which is all the male active energy. I mean, he looks like a king, isn't he? Like, he goes out and he swings his sword and, goes into battle. And that kind of determined persona he portrays, isn't it? If you look at his face, the way he looks, like, I know exactly what I'm doing and what I want, I'm going after it, Whereas the lady here, of course, in this picture, she's receptive, she's waiting, she's open, she's holding a vessel, but at the same time, she is the vessel to, to take something, to perceive something. She is open to take something in, and she's patient with that. She's not like about to charge, but it's like there is also like a balance between the two here. All right, you have to balance this. If you don't balance the masculine action and the female inner guidance, okay, that passive, which doesn't mean like you're not doing anything, but it's like you're not charging. You if you combine those two, that's like, it gives you the perfect balance, because then when you receive that information that you need and that you've been lacking before, you're not just doing for the sake of doing. You're not just being an action, but there is a purpose behind it. There's a direction behind it, and it's inspired action. So it's not going to go up in smoke, but it'll definitely lead you to your goal, wherever that is you want to go, whatever you want to achieve. When you curb your patience and wait for that information and get this information that you need first, then you can take inspired action. And then you can move forward towards a goal, and not just move forward just because you want to move. Okay, so you're getting ahead. And the third one is mountain, stand your ground. So that's another thing. That means don't give up, even if it gets difficult. You might encounter mountains to overcome. You might encounter people standing against you, or a situation being difficult. There will be challenges, there will be hurdles, there will be things in your path, but don't give up. Don't just go like, oh, I can't do anything against them anyway, or like get past whatever it is or something. Stand your ground, stand firm, don't give up, because you will overcome that. And you will find a way, if not over, then around, or something can happen that, you will find the solution to make that shift out of your path, that mountain, You might get other people to help you with it as well. And that is something, a leader is somebody who doesn't break in at the first challenge, at the first hurdle, but you're like, okay, guys, let's try again. Do this. Difficult doesn't mean impossible. Okay, it means it's possible. We just have to find the way yet, So it's not so obvious, but let's be creative and do. And, once you delegate tasks and things like that, then, things can happen and things can start moving. Any kind of blockages and hurdles become a lot bigger when we think they are so big that we can't overcome them. Okay, so what we want to do is go forth and say, we've got this in our path, but we can get around it, we can get over it, or we can make it disappear, whichever one, but we will find a creative solution to get past this and move forward. This is not going to stop me. This is not going to stop us. Okay, so as they're lying here together, I turned them around a different way, but they're lying here together, actually facing each other. And I think that's a much nicer way to look at it, because, they're not turning away from each other, but, they're facing each other. So they're a team, they're working as a team, right? And taking charge and being an authority doesn't mean you're higher or better or more powerful than anyone else. It just means that you know how to guide and to get the best out of everybody that you're wielding your authority over. So it's not an act of suppression, but it's an act of guidance to greatness and empowerment. Okay, so he's there and he's still waiting for her to get the information, but he's ready to go into action. And there is this mountain, but when you work together as a team like that, on your inner level as well, on your outer and inner level, don't forget, the information comes not always from the outside, but it can come just as well in meditation, or just as a spark that you suddenly have an idea, or somebody says something, you're like, oh my God, that's it, So you never know. It can be on the inside, on the outside, whichever one. But when you work together here, that mountain can be overcome. So don't give up, please. Okay. So that's the guidance. Next week is not going to be Mary Poppins kind of walk in the park, and hopping through pictures. But it's going to be character building, it's going to be empowering, and it's going to be forming greatness in all of us. So don't give up. You can make it. Okay. Lots of love to all of you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.